disgusting is it that people are hoping President Trump dies? I mean, it so would not be beyond the possibility that there was a diabolical plot between Chris Wallace and Joe Biden and the Democratic Party to, Joe Biden doesn't matter, let him die if he gets the coof. And Chris Wallace being on board because he hates Trump so much. He exudes everything that's wrong with the Democrats right now. He hates him within every part of his soul. And we have these evil people wishing ill will upon President Trump. President Trump, not Mr. Trump, CBS. President Trump. He's our president. I hope Trump's diagnosis wakes his supporters up to the reality of the pandemic. Trump never denied the pandemic. In fact, Trump did everything he could to introduce low-cost therapeutics. We can agree to disagree, but when he dies, I'll be popping bottles, shooting off fireworks in celebration. Well, I hope someone shoots her and kills her because she looks kind of blackish, so she's at a disproportionate risk of being killed by a black person. Too tall for you? Who cares? You're a dumb bitch. We don't like you. Get out. Be done. Who's this guy? Who's this derpy derp? Maybe he's on my side. I don't know. Let's see.
Slightly leap in the air with joy. He said it is what it is, and I think the phrase is what goes around comes around. I just hope it doesn't interfere with him being elected out of office. That's all.
Right. So you are one of those who subscribe. I'm sure you wish him personally all the best, but subscribe.
No, he's a terrible person also. And CBS was reporting that Trump was like whisked away to a medical hospital. He didn't. He walked into a government helicopter, i.e. the helicopter that usually flies him to Air Force One every single day. He walked to it. You know, he didn't look great, but he didn't look bad. Him and Melania walked up to it, jumped in, and they flew him to Walter Reed. Oh, but he was whisked away like he's gonna die. Get out of here with your garbage bullshit. Do you think anyone in this country is gonna tolerate a Nancy Pelosi presidency? I mean, we might be okay with the Mike Pence presidency. People will probably get over it. It won't take very long. He's a little Jesus for me. But, he'd probably be okay, and he wouldn't have been picked by Trump if Trump didn't think he had the chops for it, and I think Trump, while often doesn't always exhibit the best judgment of character, he at least tries, and I think he's been right often enough, even though, you think about things like bringing in Mustache Man there, he talks about it. He's like, well, I wanted him because if he was in a room, they would think that we were going to bomb their country and kill everyone. Because he's John Bolton. Obviously I'm talking about Bolton. But if he was in a room, it was a leverage point. It's like, we will kill you all if you don't say what we want. And we will have no grudge in bombing your presidential palace, your whatever, some of them have kings, who knows, whatever, right? We have the ungodly holy leader of North Korea, etc. If John Bolton's in a room, people take it seriously because there's a good chance we're going to kill you. And we have a good ability to do so. And Trump was right in hiring him for that role, even though Bolton, it was kind of a douche. I really thought he was a bad hire, but when you really think about how he was being leveraged, yeah, it made sense. But what the hell is wrong with these people hoping for Trump's death? He's been one of the best presidents that have happened to fall into our lap. There's no reason why we deserve him, but we just have him. And deserve not negative consequence like term. We have him because we're blessed to have him.